Greetings, viewers. I'm CrossKnights, and this is Clash of the Titans Extreme Blood version. Oh yes, the day that we waited for has arrived. The streets ran wrought with the blood of the wicked and the innocent. But really, is there really that big of a difference? There was blood. Much blood. Except for us. We only had a little bit of blood. Teensy bit of blood. And there were actually some snooty towns that decided not to have any deaths last night. What is up with that? Didn't you get the memo? Tonight was Blood Night! Oh well, good job on you guys. Inglorious Bastions and Tamers. Actually, that's not true. Tamers kind of did have a death. I will get to that later. So, Inglorious Bastions, good job. No mean feat there. But enough wasting time. Kick over the look of the overview, not. This is going to be about death. I'll try to remember to put a time code if you don't care about the deaths, but this episode is mostly going to be about the deaths because there were a lot of them. Techtown had 9 deaths, by far its greatest, by far most towns' greatest. And you can see by their map that they are starting to look for camping places. Note, I'm no longer going to talk about buildings or defense. It's irrelevant at this point, except for maybe those crafty, inglorious bastions. The only thing that matters to me right now is whether people can get out and camp, and how many people are dead on the flow. So, Crazy Corey, thank you for having a name that I can read. Everyone in Techtown died by getting eaten in town. So, as I understand it, they were doing a hybrid method of having some people stay and have some people camp. And no one died camping, so that was really lucky of them. Unfortunately, 9 of them died in-house. They probably should have just had the 10 defenders thing, but that might not have been possible with the amount of buildings that they got to, or it just wasn't organized to do it like that. I have no idea. Looks like Corey didn't have fun, so that's unfortunate. Yes, Crazy Corey said, thank God that's over. Really did not have fun. His experience isn't completely uncommon. I mean, a lot of people were used to their metas. Some people had more fun than others, and that's unfortunate, but it was inevitable. Walking Crow. The only thing I remember about Walking Crow is that he accidentally finished a bunch of buildings early on, and that caused some controversy, but it didn't happen again, so that's cool. And he was already a pretty high-level technician, so that technician was likely his favorite class. And he says he's looking forward to see a vidcast of what's happened. I'm assuming he's talking about Lerajie's video as opposed to mine. But, yeah, the Lerajie's video is indeed out. I don't, yeah, whatever. I'll get more to that anyway. I gotta move along here. There's a lot of people to cover. I'm stalling too much. Curious Lemur, also known as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, to me and only me. Cool, he's actually one of the lower soul point contenders, so good job on making it to the end. And his last words are, "Aw, nuts, good luck, and it's been a pleasure." So he did have fun, so that's awesome. Always good to see someone who enjoyed themselves. Jord? Is that Jord, but like Jord Lord? Like Jord? I don't know. He unlocked... Oh, that's cool. He unlocked the Find and Key distinction, the one that I'll never get because I never go in the ruins and I never pick Ignition. Got a few shun distinctions on them, but beyond that... And good luck, guys. Alright. Simple message. Moving on. And yes, Lerajie, no! The premier Clash of the Titans video maker has been devoured in his bed. I do believe that he said he will continue, however, so don't worry about that. He's also Batman, as you can see. That is the best title ever, by the way. I'm Batman. And yes, devoured by 24 zombies. If 24 zombies had attacked me last night, I would have died by 1 zombie, so damn. And his notes were, it was fun tech, not so awesome. But, yep. Have I been saying Lerajie? Damn it. Lerajie. Whatever. Whatever. At least his girlfriend is likely happy that he got eaten. And Loom? Kind of like Foom from, the Scavengers, I guess. He was in a ranked town, so that's cool. Last words. Banishing was part of the strategy. I'm not a griever. Promise. Have fun, Tex. Now it's a sausage fest. Ooh. Lot of dudes left, eh? Oh well. And Pizza Head. Pizza Head? I don't know. Not a lot of distinctions or fancy titles, but he's been playing for a decent amount of time, it seems, based on the soul points. And he has a fun reallocation specialist thing. Not a lot of people have that. He left no last words, however, so I'm moving on. Saint Mike, also with the Batman distinction, 3,000 soul points. That's in the upper echelon of amount of soul points that you can have. And I hope the rest of you have had better luck. Yep. With gate attacks and zombie dancing, it really is luck a lot of the time, so you just got unlucky. Shuroten, I think. Not sure. I don't see anything of note on the soul, so moving on. Luck of the draw. Good luck, everyone. Yep, pretty much the same thing that the other guy said. So that was Tech Town. Tech Town lost 9. Moving on. And damn, this is going to take me forever, isn't it? The Inglorious Bastions, only team not to lose someone on day 16, so damn. So good job, guys. You're definitely completely engulfed by zombies, but I see that they're taking a little bit of a pickaxe to them. Looks like they could get through. But even those buildings to the southwest look like they could get covered any time now. It looks like they probably will be camping after this, because I can't imagine that the random number generator was going to stay anywhere near accommodating after tonight. Dogville. Now, they almost didn't have any deaths today also, but as you can see, there is a dehydration. But let me just go over the town first. Yeah, they're using their crazy tamer powers to cut a gigantic swath right through the zombies. And it's a pretty streamlined, like, just straight lines. And they can just pass all the way through. They're able to do that because their zombies are all, like, bunched together like that, but they're not around the buildings. The buildings are, like, behind the guys and whatnot. So, I really don't get how zombie spawn works sometimes, because it doesn't look like zombies are spawning down there, but maybe that's just the way OO doesn't update things. Yeah, they were able to stay in an extra night, so it was them and the Guardians were able to stay in longer than anyone else, so looks like their luck finally kicked in a little bit. Cryin' Lightning. Now, he was not dead at the beginning of the day. If you looked at my overall, you saw that there was only one person dead, and that was the person who was dead before. He did not have any last words, so I don't know exactly what's up, but my guess is that this was a walking death. If you walk 22 steps without drinking, you die. Or he was already thirsty, and he walked, and he died. That's the only way I can think that he would be dehydrated in the middle of the day. So that's embarrassing, but it happens. And I have an update. It's possibly there was an update a few days ago, but this is the only other guy that died, and he died a long time ago. And I still don't know exactly what happened to him, but he was in the hospital, so it was serious. The thing is, by the looks of things, his death probably won't make the difference as far as whether the Tamers will beat us or not. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty sure we're still gonna win by a sizable margin, but getting ahead of myself. But that's it. That was easy on the editing. On to the Shady Jokers. Damn, they've only got like a little firecracker of red in the center. The rest of it is blue. But you'll notice that the building squares are clear in certain instances. So they're likely sneaking past and going and camping buildings. So that's good. I'm assuming that they have implemented full 10-town defender and camping regiments. However, it's not perfect. There were some deaths, but only 5, and that's really not too bad. But let's go over these. We will do with the camping deaths first. We got Porky. That's a creepy-looking icon you got there, Porky. Apparently he's the best Die2nite player in the world, and says so himself, so that's interesting. And his last words were good riddance, and make me a sandwich. So I'm guessing he didn't have tremendous amounts of fun, so I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully he got a nice pulled pork sandwich. Or maybe that would be cannibalism. I don't know. Dead meat is dead meat. Sizable amount of soul points here, and he was also in a ranked town, and he's gotten in with her bricks. Urgh! Jealousy extreme! And his last words. Well, that was a surprise. At least we're not last place. Go Scouts! You guys are far from last place. You guys are doing rather well, so. Yeah, other towns got pounded a lot worse than you last night. And Reeson, dude! I know you, man! We were going to be in the Vile Districts together. Well, we were both in a town called the Vile Districts in Season 1, and I might have mentioned it earlier in the video, like I almost joined a meta that was formed after the Vile Districts. But due to a glitch, I ended up in the Oozing Inn, and the Oozing Inn was a town filled with so many badass people. Like, we lost half of our people on, like, ridiculously early, and there was like 18 of us left, and we lasted for so many days after that because all those 18 were just so incredibly badass players, and then pretty much everyone in that 18 just like formed a meta straight up right after that, and I've been playing with those guys ever since, and there are quite a few people that were actually in the oozing in with me that I still play with, but I was almost in a meta with Reason. If it wasn't for that weird daylight savings glitch that happened towards the end of Season 1, I would never have found the use again, so... But yeah, hopefully you're doing well. It's good to know that you're still playing, and you're clearly doing pretty well. No last words from him. Moving on to the people who died in their bed. John Stew. The power of John condensed into a stew, perhaps. I do not know. Last words, Clash of the Titans. And his town comments, Clash of the Titans. So, wants everyone to know it was Clash of the Titans. Really, Misakumin. Sure. No Wayne. Hell that I did that. Apparently he punches people in the head. Oh, he's got the alternate fighter thing. Alright, that makes sense. Gee, you know how many zombies I've killed with my bare hands? Exactly 1. I got really lucky there. Last words. Hear, almighty crow. I will give my flesh and honor to your statue. Good man, good man. That's it for Scout Town. Only one town left besides us. And I'm starting to have serious misgivings at my point about doing this, because this is taking so long. I'm running a marathon here. I'm not doing this tomorrow. Cross, this is a message to you. Do not be crazy and do this tomorrow. It's too much work, and it's not worth it. Alright, but yeah, not all is a utopia in Digopolis. I mean, the thing is, Techtown lost that person really early. That kind of screwed them. But if I had to guess who might get second to last place or last place, I'm sorry, it's probably Scavtown. They lost 9 people as well, just like Techtown did. First death, and this was a camping death. Trick pick. Professor Trick. He is one of the original Oozing In members that I've been playing with since Season 1. And it's actually interesting, most of the other Oozing In members, when they're not in a town with the inn, they go on, like, little side towns. Me and Trick are 2 of the people that, like, don't, and this is the first time we've ever been in a non-Oozing In town since it was formed, is Clash of the Titans, so... And your last words? Canyon Higgins, look! It's Jimmy! He's alive! And he's... Yes, Jimmy is our other meta member that died in an unfortunate 10%ing earlier on. But yeah, sorry to see you belly up, Trick, and I guess I'll see you in chat. Mad Willie, also a camping death. As I understand it, he took leadership on somewhat early and was a little bit autocratic. I don't really want to badmouth anyone, though, but the things that I heard kind of made me angry, all I'm saying. Last words, well, keep digging. Town notes, let's not talk about it. Apparently, did not have all that much fun. I'm not crying about it. Mr. Bob, camping death. Barely over 100 soul points, so he was one of the new players. So once again, good job on making it through Clash. I'm telling you, soul points are not a good indication of how good a player is. Did not have any last words, however. And then we have the extremely weird case. I'm pretty sure that was all the camping deaths. Gurgen, I guess? He was hung. He is the only hanging death in Clash. Apparently, he dumped a whole bunch of defensive objects. As to whether he was a griever or seriously didn't know is up for debate. Most of the Scavtown, if not all of them, believe he was a griever. And that... losing that many DOs, I mean, he dropped like 50 of them. That really was like the final nail in the coffin for Scavtown, really, because they can't do the 10-person strategy. His town notes were, such horrible snobs and ultra players. Hate such morons. What is an ultra player? Is that a player that can turn into Ultraman? Because I don't think that would be a bad thing. But yeah, out of all the craziness that I've been hearing from different towns, of all the towns with different dramas, Scavtown has been the town that I've heard the most crazy crap out of. Alicia. Under 100 soul points. Very cool to see you once again, lasting till the engine class. This is a died in your bed death now, I do believe. And last words, this was really great. Thank you all. Awesome. So it was a positive experience for them. Fortis. Fortis has recently taken up the cause to Oozdom, which, you know, we're very happy to have him, and he's edited his icon and everything. Fight the power, man. And, yeah, his last words were, thanks, good people. And not happy about the dumping of the DOs, because, again, that was like their final nail in the coffin right there. J.H. Dobbins, that's the way I choose to say that. I'm going to assume that those first two letters are initials. Last words, Clash Scav down. Cool. Challenge Doros SX? Sure, why not? Last words. This was really fun. Well organized town. Until Jiran happened. Yeah, so what I said before, I mean, the people I know definitely had trouble with the way the town was run, but it's obvious that a large portion really liked what was going on in town, so that's cool. And Prospisrus, or something, I don't know. He has died. Oh, God. The Umbrella Corporation. The Umbrella Corporation caused outbreaks in Raccoon City. For all we know, this is the guy that caused the freaking zombie outbreaks here. Don't trust. So, yes, Addict since day one by Misclick. No harm done to town. Used on labels for extra AP during this make. Still hated by all. So, I guess he was an accidental addict. That's always rough. If you watched my expedition, you know that I almost became an accidental addict also. That would have been fun. So, on to the most important death of all Clash, of course. Lightwolf. Lightwolf is the first survivalist to die in town. He was a defender, and he died by, 46 zombies took him out, so he was screwed. Okay, I now have a recent correction by his last words. It was apparently 42 zombies. Still, there's nothing he could have done. I was only attacked by 20 zombies, for God's sakes. So yeah, Clash number 1, great town, no deaths before me, damn it zombies. So yeah, we'll miss you, Lightwolf. What do I remember about you, Wolf? Well, you started that thread suggesting that everyone should add stir to the rest of their names. So I would be like Nightstir, and you would be Wolfster, and you get the idea. That was kind of fun. He was also our chef. I don't know if we had more than one chef, but he was the one that was cooking the majority of the tasty dishes for us. So that's really unfortunate that we lost him first, because now we don't have a cook, and we're likely not to get another cook. Camping went off without a hitch. There was no problems. Everyone did what they were supposed to do. I think someone got stuck earlier, but whatever, they were rescued really fast. It doesn't matter. There is some more killing going on, some more searching going on, and we rotated one of the defenders out. I am staying in town today myself. We need someone to replace Wolf, and I believe that's already been taken care of. And we'll see what happens before then. Every single attack after this, there'll be more and more zombies that do attack, that don't dance. I've upgraded my defense once again, and the way I've done that is by increasing my storage, because increasing storage does not take any items. It just takes AP. So I now have 25 defense. The biggest thing, we had so many defensive objects that everyone was able to have as many defensive objects as they could hold, which is not the norm. Usually you just have to divide them evenly. Alright, that's about it. Not all that much happening at this point for any of the towns, probably. And if it wasn't for all those deaths, I'd probably be doing some type of combined cast. Tomorrow, I'm sure there's going to be even more deaths, but we'll see what happens. I'm CrossKnights, one of the town defenders for the survivors, and I'll see you tomorrow, because zombies can't withstand my justice punch.